Bonjour, I'm Antoine. Today on L'Interview, Tony, owner of the bar eastvillagesocial. Let's go meet him. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Antoine.
Hey, how you doing? You good? It's
Yeah,
good to
good.
see you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the same about the weather, but whatever.
It's like Paris.
Hey, can we do it inside?
Sure.
For once, we're gonna do it inside, guys. Okay? Hey, let's go.
Go inside.
Allez, let's do it. Norman, you ready? Allez,
Let me get
thank
this.
you. All right, let's go then. Hey, Norman, allez, come. Allez. You got it? Okay. All right, okay. Let's sit down. Is that here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
This is
okay,
good.
all right, okay, cool. All right, attends, you know what? Let me unleash the beast. Hey, go Norman, go roaming.
Yeah. Don't make a
right.
fool of yourself. Okay, beautiful day today, huh?
Oh my God, it
so
couldn't
nice.
be better, I'll tell you that. Anyway. All right, Tony, thank you very much, first of all. Okay, I
My pleasure.
know it's been, thank you very much for your time. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? So let's dive in. Okay, so tell us, who you are, how long you've been in New York City, where you're from.
Well, I've been in New York City all my life. I was born a couple blocks from here, 17th Street.
All right, okay.
Yeah. In Manhattan General. It's not now it's probably co-ops or condos. But and then I lived maybe till 5 years old. I lived only a couple blocks from here, Avenue D.
Oh,
on
okay,
8th Street.
yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
my parents moved to Queens, and that's it. But I've been here all my life.
Oh wow, okay, so a true New Yorker,
Yeah.
guys. We're being spoiled here.
Sure. And,
All right, so tell me, how old is East Village Social now?
East Village Social about 11 years now.
It's been 11 years.
Yes.
Wow. So you've always been in a bar business, or did you get in by accident?
No, it wasn't by accident. I've always loved the bar business. I was young.
Yeah?
I was a party guy. I
Okay.
like to enjoy myself. I was never a day person. I was a night person.
Yeah. Okay.
And when I was a kid, I was 17, 18 years old. I was working in the Waldorf Astoria. I worked in a nightclub, the Empire Room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Empire Room was a nightclub?
Yeah,
That must have been
sure.
wild,
It was
I'll
a
tell you
night, but it was for older people to sit down and have something to drink, and they had great shows,
Yeah.
Liza Minnelli and people like that would go in there.
Oh, wow.
So it was very nice.
The Waldorf was very
and
up-and-coming.
I was going to school. I was in high school, and at 17, my parents weren't too happy about it, going to work at night, because I would come in at 6 o'clock at night and come home I should have been home at 2 or 3 in the morning. But the bartenders, they forced me.
We know what happens sometimes.
Yes, they twisted my arm.
Exactly, yes.
So I would go out drinking with them, and I would get home at 5 and 6 and 7. I had to be at school at 9 or 10.
So fast forward, when did you decide to open East Village Social?
Well, then, again, I went to school for accounting, and I worked in the bank for like 20 years.
Wow, okay.
In accounting, doing regulatory reports, et cetera, et cetera. I worked for Manihani, then a Bank Leumi, and then the Sakura Bank. And during that time, I'm also a director of a social club in.
Okay.
It was in the city. It was Webster Hall.
Oh, the Webster Hall.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So we used to rent to the Ritz upstairs, the nightclub, the Ritz.
Okay.
That was our tenants.
I haven't been in New York.
Yeah.
I wasn't
The Ritz
in New
was
York,
pretty big at that time. They were one of the first of the big mega clubs.
Okay,
because it's a
gotcha.
building that takes 3,000 people. Oh, wow. So our social club owns it.
Yeah.
And again, I was a director there, but it became a white elephant for the members. Too expensive to maintain.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah.
So they wanted to sell it, and I convinced them to, instead of selling it, lease it, get prime real estate money. Use that money. We bought a building in Astoria. But then, because of that relationship that I got with the people that I met who came into Webster Hall, eventually I left the banking and I went working in a nightclub, running a nightclub with 3,000 people. Accountants, that's what you do. So I went there and...
So you left Webster Hall and decided to open this one on your own?
No, I stayed at Webster Hall.
Oh, you're still with them? Okay,
I was
gotcha.
thinking of the future. I was like in my late 50s.
Yeah.
And I said, let me get this so that when I retire, I have something to do. I couldn't see
Okay,
myself at
gotcha.
65 sitting in a rocking chair. So I said, if I have a bar, what a wonderful thing. And that's what I did.
Okay, all right, okay.
right.
So tell me, what drives you every day to come here at EVS? I call it EVS, okay, to make it easier.
Well, it was easier when I was working at Webster Hall. I would just
Yeah.
come in. I would go
Yeah.
from Webster Hall to here.
Yeah.
Since I retired
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, and then the pandemic started,
Yeah.
I really haven't been coming much.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
the last couple of years, Gerard has been, you know, my partner. I have a partner, and
Yeah.
Gerard, he's been running it for me.
Gotcha.
You know, he's younger, so I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
I stay home and
Yeah.
watch from there. but I'm hoping now when we get to full blown open,
Mm-hmm.
that I can start coming in regularly. You know. But the bartenders don't let me go behind the bar.
No?
I
You're not a bartender.
No. They don't let me. They said, Tony, you come in here and you entertain on the outside of the bar, not in the inside. So that's what I did.
So that goes to my next question. Do you think anybody can open a bar? What do you have, or what someone must be to open a bar?
Well, first of all, you got to be a night person. You got to
Okay.
like the night.
Being a night person, okay? Don't do it, boys.
Have to be, because if you like to be home by 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock and have dinner with the family, it's not going to work.
No,
It's not
kind
gonna
of.
work.
Yeah, I cannot understand that.
You've got to be here, even if you're not to the end of the night.
Yeah.
You got to be here. And the first year or two, it's tough. The first year or two is tough. You know,
Okay.
you're working just to get a following. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Talking about making drinks, are New Yorkers picky drinkers?
I think they're more open to everything. But before, you never saw wine drinkers coming to bars, but now they
Yeah.
do. A lot of bars, there's wine drinkers. Like in Europe, now you have a lot of beer drinkers.
Yeah.
Where before, you never saw beer drinkers, right?
No? Oh, yeah?
It was all wine. But now they're drinking beer in lots of parts. And over here, we're going the other way.
Uh-huh.
Now you see a lot of people drinking more wine, and they're more
Uh-huh.
particular. You know, you can't sell that $3 bottle. They know right away. They take a
They
sip
know
of
right
that
away.
and they never touch it again.
Okay, got you. So tell me, after all those years, you've been in the nightlife. What have you learned from us New Yorkers? What is something that when you started that business? What is I would say, what has New York forced you to learn?
Well, I think because there's so many people here that come from so many different countries,
Yeah.
you really find out that everybody has the same notion about New York, or they think they have a notion, and then they come in here, and a lot of them, everybody, they're excited about this and that, and I think to myself, I've been here all my life, and I'm not that excited. I mean, it's beautiful. I love it. I love the people.
I love the people too.
And
yeah.
and they talk about going here, and I tell them, I've been here all my life. I never went to the Statue of Liberty. And they look at me like, you've never been to the Statue of Liberty? Why? I said, because I live here. I can go anytime I want.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure. How many people in France have been to the Louvre? Or, you know what I mean?
Or kind of, yes. Kind of the Parisian.
it's there,
probably.
right?
Yeah,
It's there. So they go
whenever.
Whenever.
Yeah.
And so we get a lot of the tourists, and the tourists that we get, you find out that everybody's got the same ideas, the cities, they want to come to the city, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
And that's what's nice,
Yeah. So that brings me to my next question then. When you're in the room, can you spot right away someone who's not from the New York City, or let alone from the neighborhood?
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes, not all
that
the
much.
time,
You know
no?
why? Because people from the city, they dress in so many different ways. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no like a particular fashion.
No.
The fashion now is no fashion. They wear shirts that don't go with pants, and pants that don't go with. So you really don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
most tourists you can though when they come in,
Yeah,
like
you pick
family
them
unit.
right away, yeah.
You know it's a tourist.
Yeah.
Especially coming into a dive bar, right?
Yeah, coming to a dive bar. Yeah. So talking about dive bar, without being too patriarchal or misogynistic, you think about dive bar, you think about men first and foremost. Do you see a lot of women coming on, by themselves or in groups, and
Oh, yeah.
and I'm sure you make sure that they all feel comfortable.
Oh, absolutely. We have this, like our bar, we have more women than guys. Absolutely.
That's good to know.
And sometimes you see like the tourists, and they'll come very well dressed, beautifully dressed.
Yeah.
And even I say to myself, look at that, how well dressed they are. And they came here rather than, to an elegant place, right?
Yeah.
But that to them, it's different. It's exciting,
Yeah. Okay, got you. Yeah. So EVS is not only a bar. You have also it's also kind of a concert scene, correct?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, do you have any stories where you can tell us, an amazing concert, that happened and, that even surprised you, where everybody was going crazy?
We have, because I've been with Webster Hall and all the nightlife all my life, basically, we have a lot of the people that come to this bar are in the industry, are in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
So a lot of them, they live in the city and they can't. They don't have the opportunity to practice with their bands.
Yeah.
So they would ask, is it possible for us to play here? Do you have music? I said, sure.
Yeah.
So they would go in that little corner there.
Yeah, okay.
And we would have 5 guys. But we don't pay them. I give them some money for the cab fare and something.
Yeah.
And they come whenever I tell them, well, give me a more or less a time that you're going to be here.
Yeah.
If they like it, they stay an hour and they play. Sometimes they play for 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
But
So did you have like famous people that all of a sudden they decided to play at your place?
The famous people playing, no. But I had famous people come in.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah. One of them was Emma Thompson. She was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she came in with a group of her friends, the ladies. They all came in. And because we had a band that played a lot of Dixie music, from the South, from Louisiana there, really nice. And there was like 5 people there. One guy had a big trombone. And she heard the music and she said, I had to come in. And she came in and she hung out for about 3 hours.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's nice.
With her friends.
Yeah,
sure.
that's pretty cool, yeah. So, what's your favorite drink?
I'm a wine drinker now. I just drink wine
So what do you
because
drink?
I drink it for health purposes.
Okay.
I drink Rioja.
Rioja, okay.
Yes,
all right.
I don't drink it for the buzz. I drink it for the health purposes.
Is there a drink your bartenders won't do?
No, they do everything.
Yeah?
But the big thing they have the fair, the Sex on the Beach, and I don't know what the latest ones are, but whatever's the new one, that's what they're
they'll
doing.
do it? Okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay. So you can order whatever you want.
A lot of the guys, they stay pretty simple. They do the beer, and then when they do drinks, they do whatever. Whiskey and so on.
Okay. So this comes to my next question also. Do you think that, with the explosion of speakeasy bar, the interest or, mixology rather than, just a straight bourbon on the rocks or whatever, do you think that, because of that, the speakeasy trend has been getting harder and harder to open a bar? Are expectations too high?
Expectations are too high.
Yeah.
Because bar businesses 30 years ago, it was pretty hard not to make money.
Yeah.
Not
to make money.
Not to make money,
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to open a bar. But today with all the regulations, you can't smoke inside anymore. Mm-hmm. And there's so many things. You can't have music after 10 o'clock or anybody complains for anything. It's more difficult. It's harder to run, and then again, it's a business where a scotch is a scotch, no matter where you drink it. A beer is a beer. It's the personality. It's the type of people that you have running the place. That's the number one. I mean, if the bartender's not the best in the world, but he's nice, it's forgiving. But if a bartender's rude, it doesn't matter how good that drink is. You don't
it's all
go
about
back.
the hospitality.
Hospitality.
Do you think that EVS could have been that successful in any other parts in New York City?
Probably not.
Not? Why is that?
Because we really gear to the entertainment field and the East Village type of people.
East Village.
Yeah, they come in and they're very sophisticated. They might dress in all these crazy clothes and everything, But you'll have kids that are, 23, 24 years old, and we'll play some oldies from 1958, and they'll know who it is. They know when they started playing.
Oh, wow.
And so they're very smart in terms of the music. You can't fool them.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
know good music, and that's pretty good. It's interesting.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Magic wand. Ta-da! You're now the mayor of New York City. What would you do for the bar industry?
Well, the first thing I would do is I would ease when people move into a neighborhood that's zoned with many bars.
Yeah.
I would say, buyer beware. You don't rent an apartment in an area that downstairs is full of bars and then say you can't sleep. That's why when you rent an apartment above a bar, you usually pay several $100s less in rent.
Yeah.
That's why you.
I know that.
Right? So I think that there's so many places where you don't have bars, you don't have restaurants, you don't have noise. You can live there.
Yeah.
But no, you want to live in a place where you have all of this noise and all this, and then once you move in there, you start complaining about the noise. And
So what would you do as the mayor?
I don't know how they would go about doing it, but I would have them looking at the rezoning, all the zoning laws, and see how fair they are. Is it fair for business owners who spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to open their business and really want to do their job well, and they respect the neighbors as much as possible.
Yeah.
But sometimes, somebody leaves, goes outside, and he starts to yell.
Well,
You're going to have somebody calling 311 and they want to close the bar or they want to close the restaurant. It's not fair.
Okay, all right. So
fair.
be more understanding.
More understanding and letting people know. If you're going to rent or buy or do something in a neighborhood that has a lot of noise, be respectful of that fact,
Yeah, you know what you're getting into.
Exactly.
All right, my last questions. If you were a tool or an object to help EVS getting to a higher level, what would you be?
Wow,
Put my glasses on.
If I was a tool.
Yeah, a tool or an object. It doesn't have to be a tool.
I'd be a tremendous sound system.
A tremendous sound system?
Wonderful sound system that's not loud, but when people sit down, they absorb the music and say, wow, this is really terrific.
Okay, sound system it is. That's it, folks. That was Tony, founder and owner of the East Village Social. So please, guys, remember, if you're looking for a great place to eat and drink, okay, go to see his place in East Village. It's absolutely fantastic, great ambience. I just love it. You know the drill. Comment, share, like, and subscribe. We need you, okay? But in the meantime, it's
selfie time.
Selfie time. He said it better than I. Okay, let's do it. Let me see. You look great.
You too.
I know, that's why you're in the rock and roll business or in the night business. Okay, let's do it. Where am I? Where are you? You good? Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah!